Oh, then just talked about this morning kind of what the purpose of spring is, and the purpose for this spring, I would say number one is you've got a quarterback, that you've got quarterbacks that need to establish themselves. Somebody has to rise to the top, and somebody, and not just one. You're going to have to bring all three along, and to find out who that person that will become the starter next season. I don't expect a starter to be named. When you're playing with a bunch of new players, I think they all need the reps. They all need to be with different units, and they all need to grow exponentially to get to where we want to go. So number one is defining the quarterback and understanding what his strengths are, so we can call the game to those strengths next fall. Number two, I'd say, is I think you need to establish the tight end position. Okay, we've got Briley Moore back, so you got a great player, but you lost a great player in Elias. So we have to establish the other tight end along with Briley, because a 12 personnel set is going to be much more multiple than 11 personnel would be. So we're going to establish that other tight end to find out if we have that other tight end on our campus. After that, I'd probably look at our linebacker core, and again, I think you need to establish who those 3-4 linebackers are going to be in our system once we get it lined up. So we have to establish those, because we've been through multiple players there because of injury. They're all back. It's just you lost one in Duncan first, but the others played a ton. It's just multiple injuries, multiple rotations. We were down to a third and fourth team linebacker that was starting for us in the playoff game. So we need to establish that group of players as much as the quarterback position. So I think that's probably where I would highlight going in, besides all the other things you got to get done.
How realistic is Nate Martin's going to put his name into the mix there, and then when this fall comes around, Justin Bombi?
It's open game. The best will play, whether they're a true freshman 3 weeks before the first game or 3 months before the first game. It's who can best fit and who's most efficient, and who's, I don't know, time is going to tell. But Justin Fomby's on the table as much as Jacob Keller's on the table, and everywhere in between. So I don't know that there'll be an answer to that question until later on, but it's not about age. It'll be more about, I don't know, fit, if it fits the best word, but who fits the group of offensive players that can be most dynamic and efficient with their offense.
Along the same lines, you look at Will McIlvain, he's 5'10", but you've had 5'10" quarterbacks here that have succeeded. Mike Smith, for example, is that size matter,
Nope. Well, like this, you mentioned, that's the exact name I was going to throw out. I played with a 5'10" quarterback, and we played all the way to the semifinals multiple times. And Mike Smith exemplifies that. Go watch the quarterbacks that are getting drafted this weekend. It's not the size anymore at this style of offense. It's more how dynamic are they and how efficient are they. So Will McIlvain is probably as dynamic as any of the quarterbacks that are on our campus right now. It's who's going to be most efficient.